show, we spent the entire half hour on the water. This time, we're spending the entire half hour in the air, more or less. We begin by going to New Hampshire and joining Cliff Michelson hang gliding. It is a spectacular sight, and you'll be perched right on the wing for this one. Then we go to another section of New Hampshire where Neela Smith is rock climbing. She gets herself into some precarious situations. Hold on. And then back to me, I'll be floating in a hot air balloon over Harrison. We'll get to see some of the spectacular foliage in Maine. Good to have you with us. We've got a great show lined up, and when we come back, Cliff Michelson will be hang gliding in New Hampshire on Channel 8 Magazine. Big Push Hard with Cliff Michelson. The Blues Brothers are back, only this time we're not on the ocean. I'll be floating in a hot air balloon, and Cliff?
We take to the skies. Going to try some hang gliding.
Now that sounds dangerous.
Ooh, I hope not.
Hang gliding in New Hampshire.
Just the other side of Claremont, New Hampshire, tucked in the southwest corner of the state bordering Vermont, is the premier hang gliding facility in the Northeast, Morningside Flight Park. Hang gliding, as one pilot put it, is the best kept secret in the U.S., but in actuality derived its origins much farther back in time. The man in the flying machine has to be free from the waist upward in order to be able to balance himself as he does in a boat, so that his center of gravity and that of the machine may oscillate where necessity requires. That was Leonardo da Vinci in 1507. But it wasn't until 1951 when the American scientist Francis Rogallo keenly perfected his theories of aerodynamics and constructed this, the most commonly used hang glider. It consists of 4 aluminum alloy tubes, 3 shaped in the form of an arrowhead, and the 4th, a cross tube about 18 feet long. Covering the wings is nearly 240 square feet of Dacron sailcloth. Supporting the wings while in an upright position is the control frame, and securing the whole assembly is cabling.
We're just running, and I'm going to get you going. I'm going to get you going so you can get the speed down.
Well, you got to crawl before you walk, and in this case, complete ground school before you can soar. Here at ground school, the beginner learns about aerodynamics and acquires a feel for the kite. Now, the glider by itself won't just take off. Same thing with airplanes. What we need to do or create is lift, and in simple terms, the air going over the curved top of the wing has to travel faster to catch up with that traveling under the wing, so the pressure decreases. The greater pressure under the wing forces it up, which creates lift for the glider.
Obviously, people get into hang gliding so that they can stay in the air, so we use ridge lift and thermals to stay aloft. Just basically, as the wind hits a slope, it deflects up over the slope. So those air molecules are rising in front of the slope, and when they have an upward component that's equal to or greater than the sink rate of a glider, then the glider can climb out in the ridge lift.
The pilot runs into the wind to launch himself down a slope and usually becomes airborne immediately. He controls the glider by shifting his weight, which moves the aircraft's center of gravity in the desired direction. When he wants to dive or gain forward speed, he pulls his body toward the rigid trapeze bar in front of him, and his suspended harness swings forward. To slow the glider or raise the nose, he pushes back from the bar. To bank right or left, he shifts his weight in either direction desired.
The wind direction is really pretty critical. On a day like today, when it's switching back and forth, there's a lot of standing around on launch waiting for a parcel of air to come right straight up.
There are accidents every year, and you read about them in the hang gliding magazine. But they seem to be, for the most part, mistakes on judgment more than anything else. And, you know, you have to take that into consideration. This, I feel, is probably just as safe as driving a car.
And as your proficiency increases, you can achieve extended periods of time aloft.
We took off from Mount Ascutney, which is in Vermont on the other side of the Connecticut River, and flew back here to Morningside, distance of about 10 miles. Took about 2 hours to do it, which was just because we wanted to take our time getting here. It was such a good day, you could have just flown right here in a couple of minutes if you wanted to.
Yeah, it was really nice. It was very light winds on launch, about 5 miles an hour out of the northwest. Hard to get up at times, but when we did get up, we were getting to 5,000 feet. Some people got higher.
Now comes the time for viewer participation, a chance for you to get a feel of what it would be like to fly. So I grabbed my portable monkey cam and hitched a ride to 500 feet.
I'm ready.
Ready?
Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Clear. Walk. Jog. Run, 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 run. Wow. You did a great job.
This is super.
Feel the lift right
I love
there?
it.
Go right in over the horses. There's lift. You feel that?
Yeah.
We'll go back this way here. We'll hit some more lift, most likely the trees. You feel that lift?
Yep. There are about 50,000 hang gliders in the United States, but on a larger scale spread from Maine to Madagascar. Prisoners of the air, yet free men in it. They ride the invisible currents as though the hundred of feet between them were the distance between heaven and earth. They may be right.
Now that looks like a lot of fun, but how feasible is it for the average guy to get involved in it?
Craig, you're going to need 3 lessons. They cost $75. And after that, probably to buy a used glider to start up.